Hey kids, gather round, it's time for a magical bedtime story. This is the tale of Carlos the Starfish and his dreamy night sky. On a warm summer night, little Carlos the Starfish was wide awake. He lay at the bottom of a small, beautiful bay. The water was shallow and warm, but Carlos just couldn't sleep. All his friends were already snoozing away. He watched as a few shells burrowed into the sandy bottom, leaving a little cloud of sand behind them. Carlos looked up at the night sky. Sometimes he could see tiny bright dots far above, but they were just too far away. There must be a way to see the stars better, he thought. He imagined the sparkling beauty of the night sky and pondered all night until he finally fell asleep at dawn. The next morning, water splashed everywhere as Sally, the young dolphin girl, leapt joyfully through the waves. "Watch out," she shouted, diving and twirling with a school of fish. Nearby, an old sea turtle sat on the shore, soaking in the sun's warm rays. The turtle noticed a small red starfish lifting off the sandy seabed. Curiously, she stretched her neck towards Carlos. "You're a pretty splash of color," she greeted him. "But be careful, or the seagulls might spot you." Carlos explained his dream to the turtle. "I want to float up and down so I can see the starry sky better at night. It's too blurry from the bottom," he said. The turtle nodded. Carlos often couldn't sleep at night, longing for the sparkling sight of stars. Sadly, the turtle didn't know how to help, but she promised to keep an eye on him during his exercises. Sally, the dolphin girl, heard about Carlos's wish. "Oh, Carlos," she said, "you were born in the sea, not on land. There's no starry sky down here." That evening, Carlos lay back on the sandy bottom of the bay. Suddenly, he saw something bright and shiny. It was a mussel shell, its mother of pearl gleaming in the moonlight. Carlos had an idea. He decided to create his own starry sky underwater. Every day, Carlos collected shells, glittering stones, and polished glass shards, scattering them on the bay floor. But the sky above grew cloudy, hiding the stars and the moon for weeks. The bay was darker than ever, and sea creatures murmured as they swam past. "What a waste of time," they said. But Carlos didn't give up, even though nothing seemed to work. One night, feeling sad and thinking all his effort was in vain, Carlos buried himself in the sand, but then something wonderful happened. The old turtle watched from the shore as the last cloud drifted away. The moonlight shone down, and suddenly the bay sparkled in the most beautiful way. Carlos had made his own night sky underwater. The bay glimmered with the light of all his collected treasures. Carlos's dream had come true, and he fell asleep, happy and content. So remember, kids, dreams can come true if you keep believing and never give up. Good night, and sweet dreams.